30 minutes in the game, you're down 10. Such a young team was able to fight back. What does that mean for you to see the resilience of this team from the beginning of the year to now?
Yeah, a lot of the conversations that we were having during that time was, the game's not over. I think it was 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, and those conversations where, it's not over. Keep playing hard, keep getting stops. So yeah, I think that in the beginning of the year that probably would have been something that we would have been able to come back from. So I was excited for our growth to continue to persevere through those things.
Ben, Caleb, second round left.
Just back-to-back clutch losses. How does the team kind of regroup and rebound from two tough losses, which you play well for the majority of the game, just can't get it done in the end?
Yeah, it sucks. To be able to be in a position where we could have won the game, like I said, back-to-back and come up short, it's frustrating, as an athlete, as a competitor. But really, we don't have time to dwell. We're kind of in the home stretch of the season, and so right now we're still, in playoff realm. So we're going to just continue to do that, and so we just have to really, it's cliche, but we just have to kind of look forward, move on from this, and learn from what we did this game.
Cheryl in the back.
With 1 second left, you guys were unable to stop Asia moves. What happened with that breakdown?
From what I saw from the bench, they set a good screen on Asia. Obviously Asia's an amazing player, MVP caliber player, and it was perfectly placed pass. Just really unfortunate, but we'll learn from this.
Caleb.
So, as a new coach, do you feel like you're settling in?
Sorry?
Do you feel like you're settling in?
I think that, this season has been up and down for me personally, but I've just tried to stay consistent as I can, whether I'm coming off the bench, whether I'm playing not at all, whether I'm playing a lot of minutes, whether I'm starting, whether I'm not. I'm trying to just stay consistent and be as much as a pro as I can. I think that it's been good for me.
We go back to Kyle.
And then after you hit that first, you kind of gave like that celebration, like finally. And then
Yeah, because I couldn't shoot for the last 4 games, so that was just really nice as somebody who, can expect a lot from myself, and I know how much I practice, and not only just me, just also the guard group practices hitting those open shots. It was just a sign of relief, like I can actually shoot threes. Thank God.
I was going to ask, how important was it for you to just have 15 points, just have a really good offensive day?
Yeah, it was super important. Regardless of what has happened in the last whatever games, I've just tried, as I try to be consistent, try to be a pro, and sometimes you make shots, sometimes you don't. And so tonight things were just falling. So I'm grateful for that, but just continue to build on that to be good.
More. All right.
Thank you.
Obviously, you have a little over 3 minutes left of this game. You guys are down 10, and you guys are willing to climb back and make it such a tight game. What does that mean for you from what you've seen from this team's growth from the beginning of the year to now?
I think it just shows our growth. It just shows that we're going through the things that we need to go through so that down the stretch, we know how to handle adversity. We know how to handle situations like this when it's coming down to the wire, know what to call, kind of know what teams are going to run. Just things like this will get us ready for the future. It's an unfortunate situation.
Kyle, second row on the left.
Just kind of from your vantage point, what happened on that last play though?
It's kind of a tough one. We go into timeouts, say we're going to switch everything. Kind of got out there. They looked like they switched a little bit, but it was just a perfect pass. And that kind of just happens for 1 second.
Go to Cheryl in the back.
Kennedy, I know these were tough losses, but are there any more victories? Would you do those to teams like this? And
For me, no, just because, Connecticut, it came down to the wire, 2 points, then tonight. So, for me, it's a little bit of dang, just trying to fight, trying to battle through no calls, trying to battle through and get these wins and just not coming out with the W. It hurts me, so just got to go back to the drawing board, get back with coach, watch film, see what we didn't do correctly because, of course, we made some mistakes, and then just try to get better and continue to make this playoff push.
Kennedy, how do you recollect yourself after hitting a big shot like that with 1.1 left on the clock?
I put in a lot of work. I'm always here before any of you guys get here, regardless of the game, regardless of who we're playing. So it's just a testament of my hard work and how determined and locked in I am for this game. I was shooting before everybody got here. I told Coach before she called the timeout, I was feeling it, and I was. So it's just the work I put in, honestly.
Front row on the right.
You can tell you were feeling you had an incredible game, and it was so amazing to watch you. And obviously that clutch three, but then the play before that, the step back three. Did you know you were going to do that? What was going through your mind? How did it feel to make?
Coach drew up a play in the huddle, and then I realized that my teammates were not moving. So when they weren't moving, I kind of was like, okay, now it's your time to make something happen. So I just got back to my old self, just tried to create space. As you guys know, I can jump up high, I can jump above everybody, and I can see the rim. So it's kind of how that play happened.
Front row on the right again.
Kennedy, what makes Lindsay Allen such a good leader?
She's a good leader just because she's our floor general. She runs the team. She's vocal. She's a great listener. She listens to her teammates. She's receptive. We can tell her how we're feeling, and she'll go out there and make sure everybody's involved, everybody's comfortable, everybody's on the same page, and it's hard to find a point guard like that. So I appreciate her, and she has a lot of value here in Chicago.
Go back to Kyle, second row on the left.
Camilla and Angel guarded Wilson for the majority of the night. Just kind of how big were their performances on defense just forced her to she had a tough shooting night.
Them two together, they did amazing. 8 for 28. Angel's down there battling, just trying to get some foul calls, playing strong, playing hard. Those are things we need. 20 rebounds. She had an incredible game, no matter if she finished at the rim. She's doing the things that we need her to do in order for us to be successful, regardless of the outcome. We're a team, we're young, we're growing, and these are situations that we can learn from.
David.
Kind of follow up on that one. How much of a luxury is it to have Camilla and Angel battling all night?
That's always a luxury when you can shoot and somebody's down there to get your rebound, put it back up, or screen and roll. And I know Camilla's always going to catch every single pass, or Angel with gloves. It's just it's amazing. They're young. I see their ceiling just growing. They have so much potential to get better, and I can't wait to see what they do in the future.
Go to the back right.
Just back to the step back three. You said you sort of had to improvise that moment. Do you remember what was called, what look you guys were supposed to get?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say it was yeah, sorry.
Anything more for Kennedy? Thank you.
Thank you.
I ain't scared you guys, do I?
Good Kyle and then David.
Nah, good. It's that one time, it's good enough.
Spoon, just kind of, what was the game plan for you guys defensively on that last play? Was it to switch everything or?
Coach, Camilla's ascension has been undeniable. How proud of you are her? How proud of you are her?
I think I got you. I got you. Don't worry. I know what you're trying to ask me. Incredibly proud of her growth and her desire, her want to, her demand for the basketball, and what she's doing for us defensively, anchoring our defense, not allowing much in the paint for us, rebounding, pushing the ball for us. It's been great to see. That's just the level of confidence that she's gaining in herself every single game. It's just tough when you play the way our young ladies played tonight, today, and the stick seems to be short. And for me, as their coach, it hurts to see them play so hard and not come out with a victory, especially at home. And the crowd was electric. It was beautiful to play in this type of crowd and the atmosphere.
We're going to share all the time.
Coach, when you're playing these teams, they're in the upper echelons. Are you showing them how much grit that this team has and that to be wary of you guys in the future?
Well, all season long we've played like this, and I say we don't own a towel to throw in. We don't give in. We don't give up. We continue to fight because we believe anytime on the clock we still have an opportunity to win games. And I think it showed big time today against a very good basketball team, championship basketball team. It showed a lot about who we are and what we can do. We just have to be consistent with what we did today.
We're going to Alyssa.
Coach, I know you've talked before about sometimes being frustrated that the team isn't executing the game plan for all 40 minutes. How did you feel like that went tonight?
We played extremely well. Really proud of us coming off of that game in Connecticut and then coming back with a lot of the miscues we had there in Connecticut and leaving open 3-point shots. And today we were much better with that. And the second half, Vegas, they were intentional about putting the ball on the floor and getting into the paint and getting to the rim. They were intentional by doing that. And it was our job to be better at keeping the ball in front of us and not allowing it into the paint.
We're going to Mike in front of.
Coach, with a little over 3 minutes in the game, Vegas goes up 10. Normally, a young team going up against a team like this will just let the game get away from them. What did that mean for you to see them fight back and continue and not give up on the game?
That's who they are. I mean, we never thought we were out of it. It's time on the clock. That's the way we think. It's time on the clock. We still have an opportunity to go get wins. And that's important. When you see us continue to fight, go down and execute our offensive stuff, and then go about being about getting the defensive stops. And we were getting defensive stops, so we were running and pushing the ball and finding open shots. So it was good for us to see for ourselves, see where we are, see our growth, see how we came back from a game from Connecticut and then playing the way we did against this team. We just want to get better every time we step out there and we have another one to play.
We're back in the front left.
You're working hard, you're settling in. Do you ever feel like you're in over your head?
No, not ever. I've never approached anything like that. If I do those young women a disservice. This is a challenge. Everything is a challenge when it comes to this game. You have to study, you have to work, you have to be creative, you have to be innovative at all times of knowing who you're preparing for and what it should look like, and you believe in what you put together. You believe in the details of what you put together to prepare for that team. So I've never in my life felt like that about anything. And challenge will be met. Challenges are challenges. They're here to be met. And I live like that. I live for a challenge.
We'll go back to David.
Coach, how pleased were you with Michaela's offensive production tonight? Yeah, that's it.
Very. She's coming into her own. I tell everyone that she's probably our most versatile player because of being able to play so many different positions, defend so many positions, and she does it with aggression. everything she does offensively and defensively. She does it being so aggressive and physical. She's very, very physical. So she's doing a heck of a job of helping us to grow as a team. And it's good to see it, good to see her confidence continue to grow, continue to step on the floor. And when she knocked down a three, she kind of looked up to the heavens like, yeah, it's finally went in. But that's just the work she's put in. She put in a lot of work. And, you know, when your players put in that kind of work, you just want them to trust their training. And when they trust their training and bring it into our system and what we're trying to accomplish on the floor, it's always good to see. But at the end of the day, when that score clock goes off, that time goes down, and it gets to 0, and you don't have that W, it still hurts. It still freaking hurts, especially when they work that hard.
You're in the front right.
It was just incredible to see Kennedy's game today. I mean, she kind of showed us the side, some of those 3-pointers. How are you feeling about where she's at as a player right now, and how proud you are of her development?
Well, you want to see Kennedy basically do whatever she wants on the floor. She's incredibly quick, cat quick, sees the floor very well, gets to her shots very well, and can elevate up and above anyone. But it's how she sees and how she plays the game that's really good to see. Making sure she's getting everybody else involved as well, especially when you're that gifted and you can get your shots. But it's more important for me to see how well you help everyone else get theirs. She's doing that, and she goes on the defensive side of the ball and she plays defense too. So I'm pleased with where we're going. We know that we have to be better. We know that we're in a hunt right now. It's a huge chase for this playoff position, and we don't want to lose that position.
We have time for one on Zoom. Carly Bell, please unmute.
Hey, Coach, you've talked about Lindsay Allen being the person that's able to steer the ship and find ways to have the offense move. What did you see out of her, especially in her fourth quarter composure?
It's the same thing. That's what I talk about when she knows when to inject herself. The entire time you saw her, running the show. Like we say, she steers the ship. And but the moment she saw the opportunity to inject herself because it was necessary, she did it. She's a hell of a leader. She's a hell of a leader.
Any more questions for Coach? Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.